Welcome back. Taking a full look at weather now. Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca with your full forecast. Hey, Dan.
Hey there, Veronica. It's that time of year where we are in our very stable weather pattern where we don't see a lot of change day to day. But we do have some interesting things to talk about. So let's get into it. Here's a live look from Domenico's on the Wharf. You're seeing sunshine in Monterey tonight. Today, well, a pretty decent day. Temperatures were pretty close to normal across the region. It was a little cooler maybe on the north side of the bay as winds shifted a little bit more to the southwest this afternoon. But generally speaking, a pretty decent day. I don't think many people were complaining. We had a few low clouds out there, a little bit of sun splashed in. It's my sun splashed in dance. There's a tutorial on TikTok somewhere if you want to find it. That is not true, actually, at all. But let's take a look at where those clouds are. We have them mostly on the east shore of the bay tonight. That's where they've been focused over the last couple of hours. We did get a little bit more clearing in Santa Cruz. We saw that clearing around the peninsula, but yeah, Moss Landing, Marina, you're kind of socked in at the moment, even all the way into like Castroville, Prunedale tonight. And then Salinas, we're kind of on the edge of those clouds, and that is just at the surface. Above us, we're going to see a little bit more moisture streaming in the coming days. So at the moment, we're seeing pretty reasonable temperatures across the region. They're not too far away from normal for this time of year, but in some areas, we're going to see those temperatures warm up quite a bit over the next couple of days. So things are going to get interesting here on the central coast because of some monsoonal moisture working its way into the region. Right now, 65 degrees in Salinas, 67 in Santa Cruz, and then in the south we have some hotter temperatures. And as this ridge strengthens across the region over the next couple of days and moves a little bit farther back to the west, our inland areas especially are really going to heat up. So we've been in the 80s and 90s in many locations. They're now going to be shifting back to that 90s and 100s zone of temperatures for our inland cities. On the coast, you're probably not going to notice much difference because we're going to be stuck in the marine layer. It's not going to go anywhere over the next couple of days. The other effect of having the ridge of high pressure moving over us is it's going to take some of its moisture with us. With that said, because of its positioning, it will kind of cut off some of the pumps from the subtropical, tropical regions where it gets that moisture. So we won't have as much moisture around the region, but there'll be some. We'll see it in the form of some high clouds. If you live inland, it might feel a little more humid, not a lot more, but a little bit more humid. And if we get some sort of small disturbance rotating around the ridge that could take advantage of that moisture, that fuel, well, we might have to talk about some showers and thunderstorms. Right now, I'm not seeing anything specific jumping out, but it's something we'll be keeping a close eye on in the coming days. Futurecast showing our normal cycle of low clouds overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. They'll be filling the valleys, coastal areas. Can't rule out a little bit of drizzle, a little bit of fog possible in our inland valleys and in the coastal hills. The marine layers should stay at around 2,000 feet in depth through the overnight hours. Then through the day tomorrow, we'll see those clouds return to the coast, probably a little bit more sticky on the south and east sides of the bay. Santa Cruz, you should see more sun today than you saw or tomorrow than you saw today. The south side of the bay might be a little cloudier during the day as that marine layer stabilizes. Then something interesting happens. We're going to see the leading edge of some weak monsoon moisture come in overnight tomorrow night into Thursday morning, and the model is showing a couple light showers trying to develop. So again, this is going to be one of those things where it impacts far eastern portion of our coverage area where really, frankly, not a lot of people live. I mean, eastern San Benito County, the population density is extremely low. And so if you live out there on a ranch, you might get an isolated rain shower, but I think most areas around the bay outside of our drizzle, which we get on and off through the low clouds overnight, will stay dry. Let's take a look at that forecast. Temperatures tomorrow. Inland and in the hills, we're going to be warmer. The north side of the bay is going to be warmer. The rest of the coastal areas will be cooler. That's the trend we're looking at tomorrow. 85 in Ben Lomond tomorrow, 78 in Scotts Valley, upper 60s to low 70s down on the coast in Santa Cruz County. East shore of the bay, mostly in the low to mid 60s, a little bit warmer up toward Aptos, 68 in Salinas, close to that in Watsonville, 80s in Hollister, 90s in Morgan Hill. The Monterey Peninsula highs mostly in the 60s tomorrow, a little bit cooler than what you had today temperature-wise. And then down south, our higher valleys and southern valleys will warm up, but near the coast will be pretty similar to what we had today. So upper 60s to 70s near the coast, and then we get to the triple digits up high and in the southern valley. So over the next 7 days, temperatures on the coast aren't moving all that much. Normal high this time of year should be around 69, so it'll actually be just a touch cool for the next 7 days by just a couple of degrees. We will have our normal cycle of low clouds in the mornings and evenings with afternoon sun and a few high clouds on top of that at times as we get some of that monsoon moisture, which again, we'll have a little wave of around Thursday, and then it looks like another concentrated wave Sunday to Monday. Inland areas also cool down your highs for the next couple of days, although it will be pretty hot in some of our southern valleys. Thursday, probably the warmest day of the next 7. and then seasonable to slightly warm temperatures for the rest of the week and into the weekend.